Am I the asshole for not telling my best friend that I once slept with his wife? I, 38M, have a close female friend, 38F, who we'll call Anna for this story. We've been close friends since we were 8 or 9 years old and were pretty much inseparable growing up. During senior high school, she started dating a guy. We'll call him John for this story. I myself was in a relationship at that time, so we'd often go on double dates, me and my GF together with John and Anna. John was a nice guy and I enjoyed spending time with him. I developed a friendship with him, and though it wasn't as close as my friendship with Anna, I can genuinely say I enjoyed hanging out with the guy. They dated for a few years but eventually broke up at some point during our university years. They said it was a mutual thing. They were each other's first relationships, and I guess they felt like they wanted to know what it felt like dating other people. Or something like that. Point is, they broke up and it was fairly amicable. I was still close friends with Anna, so would continue to hang out with Anna, but after they stopped dating, I lost track of John for a bit outside of random meetings in school campus. Yes, we all went to the same university. Anyway, at this point in my life, I myself had just gotten dumped by my own GF, and I wasn't taking my breakup quite as amicably. Anna was there to comfort me through it, and while we were both single, we were comfortable with each other, and one thing led to another. We ended up sleeping together a few times. We would have been around 20 at that point. We eventually stopped doing it because, well, it just felt plain weird. We've known each other for so long that it kind of felt like sleeping with your sister. I feel like we slept with each other more out of curiosity rather than actual desire. Anyway, we both agreed that it wasn't what we wanted and decided that we'd completely forget about it. Seriously, we agreed to never talk about it again and that we'd treat it as if it never happened. And that's exactly what we did. We went back to being pure platonic friends and acted like nothing ever happened between us. Anyway, a few years later, after we've graduated and we working as young professionals, I get a call from John. Apparently, the company he was working for had a job opening that he felt I'd be a good fit for. I took him up on the offer and ended up working for the same company. We started hanging out every day in the office during breaks and whatnot, and we became quite close. I was still friends with Anna at this point, and because both of them hung out with me, they started hanging out with each other again and eventually rekindled their relationship. Me and John eventually left the company, but we retained our friendship. As the years passed, I developed a closer friendship with John than with Anna. We just had more stuff in common, our humor aligned better, etc. So when they got married 8 years ago, I was John's best man. When I in turn got married 2 years later, I also made John my best man. Now we're in our late 30s and I consider John my best friend, but every now and then the thought crosses my mind that I actually slept with his wife at some point in the past. As far as I know, Anna has never told John. Or if she did then, I certainly never noticed any difference in how John acted towards me. Maybe Anna did exactly what we agreed to and completely forgot about the incident. I try to forget it as well, but sometimes I still feel guilt in never telling John about it. I also never told my wife. Not because I still have feelings for Anna or anything, but mostly I just don't want to rock the boat. Me and Anna have gotten way over it years ago, and I feel like if I say anything it will be made to look like a bigger thing than it really is by both John and my wife. So I keep my mouth shut. But I'm curious, am I the asshole for just keeping quiet about this?